He was placed on a plank 10,000 meters in the air by a group of pirates. Then, something even more terrifying happened. A strangely dressed man walked motionless towards the boy. Looking into the man's cold and cruel gaze, the boy knew he was likely doomed. Sure enough, the man used a powerful kick, sending the boy plummeting into the abyss. Was he going to die here? Impossible. Just as the boy was about to hit the ground, a miracle occurred. Before everyone's eyes, the boy miraculously floated in midair. When Captain Blackbeard saw this, he knew that the legendary chosen one who could find the elf kingdom had finally appeared. A super cool fantasy movie you may have heard of but haven't necessarily seen, Peter Pan's Dream Adventure, is about to begin. In a place called Neverland, an elf prince fell in love with a beautiful human girl. To win her heart, the prince traded thousands of years of his lifespan for a day in human form. Meanwhile, the evil pirate king learned that his beloved woman. However, the enraged Captain Blackbeard, leading his pirate army, began a massive search for elven powder and relentlessly pursued the elven kingdom. To prevent their beloved child from suffering a tragic fate, the elven prince, in desperation, sent him to a human orphanage. Thus, the boy grew up in this dark orphanage. Then, one dark and stormy night, a strange thing happened. A group of pirates descended from the sky and began to snatch away all the sleeping boys. Peter, of course, was no exception. He was taken to a huge pirate ship. With a command from a black pirate, a massive sailing ship suddenly soared through the vast night sky. The pirates on board were extremely arrogant, even facing the powerful artillery fire of the Air Force, they showed no fear. With a roar from the black pirate, the pirate ship began to rise vertically at incredible speed, breaking through the stratosphere and bursting out of the atmosphere, finally heading directly into the vast, dark sky. Peter, now in outer space, was utterly stunned by the sight before him. In the weightlessness of space, everything was so new and exciting. Had they reached their destination? Impossible. Suddenly, the sailboat began to plummet rapidly. Then, as if falling into the Milky Way, they arrived in a magical, dreamlike world. Yes, this was the legendary Neverland. But who would have thought that hidden deep within this picturesque landscape lay an incredibly dark corner? Their impending destination? As the pirate ship slowly moved forward, they arrived at an enormous mine. The strangely dressed man was its leader, Captain Blackbeard, the Pirate King. He had ruled here for centuries because of a magical substance called elf powder, which could miraculously rejuvenate him. To achieve immortality, he had for centuries captured countless boys from all over the world to collect this precious powder for him. Peter was clearly one of them. And although they were all captured laborers, unfair competition existed among them. He was falsely accused of stealing fairy powder and was about to face severe punishment, which led to the scene at the beginning of the film. The real adventure had officially begun. Learning that Peter could fly, a man named Hook decided to take Peter on a big mission. With the help of their good friend Glasses, they successfully boarded a sailboat anchored in the air. Pursued relentlessly by pirates, they finally crossed the mine's walls and escaped Blackbeard's control. Were they safe? Impossible. They had barely escaped one danger only to fall into another. In a strange forest, they suddenly encountered several strange, skull-like birds. The locals gave them an artistic name, the Dream Birds. The birds led them to a mysterious savage tribe. No matter how Hook explained, the tribe believed they were notorious pirates. To leave alive, they had to defeat Pan, the bravest warrior in the tribe. After saying this, an extremely agile young man appeared before Hook in a peculiar pose.